it's the old fella back, or if you knew it, old Mr. B. Right. A chat with Wave Potter. We had a chat. It wasn't an interview, it was a chat. Believe you and me, I was rabbiting on. I've got more rabbit than Sainsbury's. But obviously, I'll apologise for that, because he's probably the first person I've actually physically spoke to in days. But I think it's good. It's we explained doing equipment and all the rest. And by the way, the information that I put below, there will be all sorts to his channel, whatever. It'll be it'll be all there for both. Whatever, it'll all be there, so you can check it out. You can go to his channel, check him out. The guy is fantastic, great musician, and everything else. The guy is awesome. So anyway, that's what we're doing. It's actually nearly an hour long as well, so it's you know what I mean. Anyway, let's get on with it. Yeah, rat-a-tat-tat, let's chat. Hello, it's the old fella back here, and here today we've got Harry Potter.
That's a good one. That every time I Google myself, that's what I see. Little Harry Potter bobbleheads.
Somebody says to do it, so I did it. I know you wouldn't take offence by it.
Oh no,
you see,
it's pretty hard to offend me.
Yeah, with me, the old Mr. The B is my actual initial, as you probably know now, my first name. So
yep.
But yeah, right now then, pink bass is the first thing I want to ask about.
Yeah. What do you want to know?
Look, I know you're doing Meeks' part, but you need a pink bass. Why?
Well, when me and Rosie were dating, Rosie's my wife.
Yeah.
She played guitar, she sang and stuff, but she really wanted to get into the bass. And so I got this Neon Dean bass for her. And then I started using it because she never really got that into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty
that's not
cut and dry.
Yeah. But what got me was the Telecaster.
Oh yeah.
They added ports. Why didn't you just why don't you just get one of these?
Ooh. What is that?
Variax.
Nice. I've never seen one of those before.
Right. Well, here you've got buttons and switches, and you can turn them, you can detune it, you can do all sorts.
Detune?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you can go drop D, off, step down.
From the knobs?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't know if you can see what's on the knobs.
Wow. I've never seen anything like that.
Right. Also,
what does that say on there?
Let me see. I don't know if you can see that connection. But that connection is an internet lead. Ethernet lead.
What?
Right.
What is that for?
It'll sound. This is line 6.
Okay.
It'll sound like acoustic guitar, a banjo, whatever you want.
Wow.
Guitar. And it's weird.
That's cool.
But
I've never seen something like that.
Oh, right.
And it's like kind of like a Les Paul, but it's got that cutaway. That's nice.
Because I've got a Helix, that's where the internet lead comes in. You just plug it straight into the Helix, and it becomes. You can do it without that, but then you have to put the battery in the back of it, because the back is all sorts.
Wow.
The battery goes.
There's a lot of stuff in there.
But I don't need it because I've got the Helix. But so I'm just saying, so you don't have to chop your guitar up to fit the pedal, them in. You can actually buy something already done.
Well, I gotta say, when I made that decision, I was like 20 years old. I wasn't very bright. I know that's not super young, but If I could go back, I'd do it a different way.
No, but
I'll say that. But
it is a very cool thing you've done.
thank you.
I have never seen anybody do that before, which is great. Then they brought these other guitars out where you put your finger on and make weird sounds with them.
Oh yeah.
But what you've done, I thought, hey, that's great.
That's awesome. I don't hear that very often. Usually I'm like, I hear, why did you do that? So I'm glad that someone finds it interesting.
Well, I do, because all the controls are here, aren't they?
Yeah.
To adjust it. You ain't got to be fiddling on the floor.
Yeah. Do you watch Muse at all?
Watch
the band Muse?
now and again, not often. I don't get time.
That's who I got the idea from. Is
Right.
he had like an XY controller on one of his guitars that he controlled his Chaos pad with, and then had a fuzz factory built into another one. So I was kind of trying to copy him.
Oh no, it's great. No, but you see, 20 years old, you're thinking like that, yeah? That's not a problem. That's great. You're
Awesome.
ahead of the game.
Wow, thank you.
You probably realise I'm all for this sort of thing, all for new people do. I mean, like, I build my own computers, right?
Oh, nice.
Buy one off the shelf because then I know what's in it.
Yeah,
and I do that. But you see, this to me, I find it fascinating that if you'd have got it right, you could have ended up, selling the idea.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome that you build your own computers, though.
Well, right. For umpteen years, I was on forklifts. The last ones I were on, I went like 40 foot up in the air with it. Right, and then I ended up in IT.
Okay.
Right, because somebody says to me, "Well, there needs some more people in IT," and they says, "You build your own computers." I went, "Yeah." Well, anyway, that long scuttle. Yeah, I ended up doing IT.
Cool.
So, but which I just like building things.
Yeah.
You see,
that's
like
awesome.
with you, like you're on about like the time signatures, what you were doing there, the warning, because I think they're fantastic anyway. I've got to have a go at that other one now, not to get blocked. But but yeah, you see, you do all this. I mean, how many years have you been playing guitar for?
Guitar, I've been playing, I guess, 20 years now. I think I picked it up when I was 10.
Right.
So.
I think I was 19 when I first picked a guitar up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Then I was in a band. The band was called Foreplay.
That's awesome. I didn't know you were in a band. That's cool.
Well, no, then I left because I wanted to do our own stuff, and they're still doing covers like Thin Lizzy and stuff. And then someone says, "Oh, let's do some Beatles." That was it. I was off.
You wanted to go original, huh?
Well, they called me a punk rocker. I think I was a punk rocker before, because I didn't like to do this slow stuff. I was always like, let's go for it. But
awesome.
But that was back then. I still won't do the Beatles stuff now. I'm not a Beatles fan.
Wow.
Hendrix, that sort of go that way with things, then yes.
That's really cool. I like that. Like you were kind of had a different perspective than a lot of people I know that your age, Well, like my mom is a huge Beatles fan.
Well, my parents made me laugh. My dad, right, when they come out, bloody noise, I can't understand them. And of course, later on in life, when your parents get older, they like them. And it's like today's music, it's the same, isn't it? People go, "Yeah, I can't understand that." I'm not like that. As you probably noticed, I'm all for new. I I'm not for going back. I don't want to react to bands they already know. Although I'll do it the odd time, but I don't. I'm all for what's there now. It's so different. It's so much better, and it's not mono anymore. They're not all standing in the room playing at the same time because that's the only way they can record it. You can mix it and things. I mean, I made some comments about mixing on what I've done today. Do you know Rob Chapman? Do you know Chapman Guitars?
Sounds familiar, but no, not very familiar with them.
Because I did a reaction to him. I've got to redo that one. It's just what I said. I thought. No, I got that. It's not. I'm not really a fan of his.
Oh, gotcha.
His personality. That's all. Not the music or anything like that. So I thought, no, you better do that again. Don't say that. Because sometimes I do. I got a copyright strike because I called somebody scruffy.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, that
I know it was for that because the rest has still got theirs up, and I was the only one that got the copyright strike.
Weird.
But I did call him scruffy. Then I got another one for Audius, and I've emailed a couple of places. Nobody ever got back to me, so I took all my Audius stuff down. Sorry, Audius, but it's not your fault. But I'm not doing you anymore. Because
so they took one of your videos down?
Well, I got a copyright strike. So that was copyright strike number 2.
Oh.
I've had 3. First one I got was, I knew I was going to get it. I don't know why I did that, but I did. Bandmate. It was with Bandmate. I did one of the live streams. I took a song from the live stream and put it up. So that was after.
Oh,
yeah. So I've got no arguments there.
Yeah.
But you see, this is a thing you got to be careful of. I mean, like yourself, but it's like when you're doing covers and stuff. It's generally okay. You can get away. Bandmade like that, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I hear. That's really cool.
I just got to get them to hear it. I'm not on. I've not got phone numbers yet, but we're working. I'm working.
That'd be really cool.
I'm working on trying to do an interview with them.
Oh man, I heard you were working on that. That's awesome.
I'm working on a lot of them. I'm working my way up. I thought Fake Gear was a good one to get. That's a bit of a milestone. It's something I decided I was going to do. Like it was like with you. You see, what you're doing, I think is absolutely fantastic, and people need to know about it. And you've been on longer than me, so and I can't understand why people aren't subscribing. You've got talent.
Well, thanks.
Well,
I really appreciate that.
I'm just an old fart that sits here talking a load of rubbish, and I'm very straight talking, and this is how I am. And what you do, I mean, I've been watching some of your reactions and things. You go into a lot more depth than I do. Because you're a musician.
We all have our own perspectives. But I mean, you contribute a lot though, like that you probably don't even think about. Just hearing your perspective on my cover was really something special because, you have such a different view of the music than I do. So, and you put in so much work trying to set up these interviews and really get to know the bands better and help other people get to know them. Like you play a really important role. So
I try.
That's really cool.
My objective is to get the bands noticed. And if I can interview them, I will, like yourself. I want to get you noticed. Because a lot of people have been looking, when I says about interviewing you, they're going, yeah, go on. And they're all looking forward to it. But I said it's more of a chat. I will sit here and I will talk to people. It's more relaxed than having a blooming dirty, great big list, and how many times you go to the toilet today, there's, silly things like that.
I can't stand those interviews where the people interviewing don't even care about the band. You know, the big media company interviews, they don't care about the band. They just have this list of questions they got to get through. It's like a conversation like this is so much more interesting to listen to.
I do care. I care about the music, and this is why I do it. And I mean, okay, it's like what probably would put people off is, oh, it's old, Mr. B, the word old. But I've decided it doesn't. Because if you like looking at the age groups now, they're getting pretty leveled out. You know, they're not all old farts like me. But I'm into modern music, like what you do. I am. I think it's great. I really, really do. And because you see, you're not just a reactor, right? You know, if you like, you talk about it, then you put your money where your mouth is, as they say, and you go out and play something, and you know, bang, there you are.
Yeah, it's been really fun to be able to do that. Well, like you were talking about, I guess YouTube just doesn't reward. I guess maybe the music scene is saturated, but they don't seem to reward just a cover unless someone's already looking for it, you know, or just a song that you put up. Not quite sure how the YouTube algorithm works, but until I started doing reaction style stuff, you know, I think a year ago I probably had like 500 or 600 subscribers. So like the first 4 years of my channel was very slow growth. Then when I started doing reaction videos, then all of a sudden, like YouTube rewarded that, I guess.
I can see, because I've been all the way down on yours and checked. And
yeah.
You see where the views all of a sudden change. My first reaction I put up was Thrill, Bandmate.
Oh, good start.
I'll be honest with you. I already knew about Bandmate. I already seen people reacting, and I realised, look, if you want to get started, do Bandmate. So I started with Bandmate, and that helped me. That helped me. Yeah. I just didn't go in at it willy nilly. I thought about it. So that's an English saying, willy nilly. Sorry, I will come out with old sayings, and people don't. What's that mean?
I've heard willy nilly before.
Okay, that's all right.
It made sense to me.
The joke was Cheerio, because I said Cheerios come into that was with Vintasy. I've reacted to them, and then one of them you'll see at the background a box of Cheerios going up and down. It's an in joke with them now. I'm going to do a second interview with them as well.
Cool.
They are great. They do, like, you know.
Yeah, I'll check them out.
You see, right, you do most of your stuff yourself, don't you? You do all your recording, your mixing and everything. And what people don't seem to realise, the amount of effort, time, practice and everything else you've put into doing that. I can appreciate it.
Wow, thank you.
Well, I obviously, if I do my own music, I mix it, and I know what goes into it. And I know how long it can take. And if you like, well, I'm never happy with anything I've done. Somebody has to come. Somebody has to come up to me and go, "It's finished. You know, it's done." Otherwise, I'm never happy. But that's me. It's never right. There's always something missing. I mean, one of my mates come up to me, he says, "That's done. Leave it." You know. But that's how I am. I can't help it. I've always been like that. I'm never. It's the same with me videos that I do here. I've not been happy with the way I'm looking. Well, I can't help that. I just look like that bad all the time. But, and you know, I'm never happy. It's got to be right. It's just me. I can't help it. It's not, you know.
That's good. You care about the quality of your stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I you know, it's like we see when you see when you did onset. I'm listening. I can hear it all. You know, I'm in here. These things are flapping. The elephant ears. Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, and I can hear it all, which is great. You know, because it's how it is, and this is what you're doing. And I like the way you review, and people should do that as well. Watch your channel. Plug.
Thank you.
I will do that. I do a lot of things like that, and what you're doing. So you altered your Telecaster. Is there any others you messed about with?
Oh, well, yes, but it's kind of embarrassing. One of my biggest regrets actually is what I did to my Gibson SGs.
Oh.
And I don't think it's very cool what I did. But here, I'll just this one have this white SG, but on the back, I don't know if you can see, I sharpied the name of the band I was in at the time when I got it, and ruined the resale value completely. Then my other SG, I drew like a spider web on it.
Right.
So my wife's kind of upset because it ruined the resale value.
Yeah, but did you want to sell it? Not really.
No, I don't really.
No, exactly. How many guitars do you own?
I have a Stratocaster, 2 SGs, that Telecaster that's all chopped up, and then I think that's all the guitars, besides an acoustic guitar, and then some basses and a ukulele. But
yeah, I've got 1 7-string, 1 5-string bass.
Nice.
I've got a total of 12.
Wow.
3 Les Pauls.
Sweet.
Obviously me Variacs. I've got a Telecaster that's not. It's got Seymour Duncan pickups in it, so they're humbuckers.
Oh, cool.
Because it's got the old coil tap on it and that. But yeah, I just
nice.
I just acquired these over the years, and it's like getting around to playing them. I've got a Gibson Nighthawk.
Whoa, what's that?
I
don't think I've seen one of those before.
Hang on, that's it.
All right.
Gibson Nighthawk.
Oh, cool. So it's like a thin Les Paul, or is it pretty thick?
Thin.
Nice.
Coil tapped.
Oh, sweet. So
I have
can you get a
Epiphone one of these as well, but that's been renamed to a Shitehawk.
Really?
Yeah. Neck's gone, hasn't it?
Oh,
It's gone here, and I need to get some heat on it and to get it back right. Because okay, you could turn it into a slide guitar or something, but it ain't right. But this
pretty high action.
This is only the studio one, not the full blown one, because it'd have the 3 pickups in if it did. The offset one. And
oh yeah.
But
cool.
But this one, it's got a bit of a chink out there.
Oh,
my bloody sister. Well, let's have a go with your guitar. Smack. I thought,
of course. Oh man,
that's what sisters are for. But yeah, no, I mean, I've had that one. That was, I think it's 2011 when I got that.
Cool.
But it's never getting the time to play them. I've got a Gibson Les Paul HP. When they went through the weird stage.
HP. I haven't seen one of those either.
This one's a bit more tricky to get out, but we'll get it out.
All right. Thank you.
This one is as you can probably hear by all the unlocking.
Ooh. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that wood.
Yeah. It's also got dip switches inside. All of the knobs, push pull. There's all sorts that goes off with it. Originally, it had the auto tune on it.
Really?
What they call the robot tune.
Oh, I remember seeing those when they first came out.
I've got one.
Really?
Yeah, one of my others.
Does it work pretty well?
It works, but it always seems to be a bit too. When you use normal tuner, it always seems to be a bit too sharp.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You strum it, you get all this happening up there. But you can do it in various tunings.
Wow.
As well. But this was supposed to be a $3,000 guitar. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if they didn't like the colour, but I got it brand new, half price.
Wow.
That's why I got it.
You gotta take a deal like that.
Yeah. That's the only reason I've got it.
Those trapezoid inlays, I love those.
And I don't play it very often because it's the one, isn't it? There's always the one, isn't there? That it is nice when I can figure out what all the dip switches do and everything else. You need a course for that, but it's just me, and I will get round to doing an intro.
Sweet.
I've got to do it. It's just time, because I do 3 a day.
Yeah.
You've started putting them up a lot because I commented today on. I thought I put a lot up.
Yeah, I've been doing 2 a day because I'm trying to catch up on requests.
Right.
You probably know how hard it is to keep up with people's requests.
Oh, don't mention that. Right. When you get do you just, is yours just patron requests?
Yeah, that, and then I started a website where people can do it too if they don't want to sign up for Patreon. But
I don't do that, you see. I haven't got a Patreon. I've only just put me PayPal details up, because I'm not in it for the money. Well, we know what YouTube's. This will make you laugh, right? Somebody, when I premiered the other, sent me £2, right? Okay, how much of that do I get from YouTube? £1.17.
Yeah. Is that's more than 30%, isn't it?
It's 40-odd%.
Yeah, I thought they were taking 30%.
Well, because I'm in the UK to do with tax and all the rest of it.
Oh, that's
right.
No,
I shouldn't get that 20% because of the special relationship with America,
I heard about that stupid new rule where they're like taking US income tax out of creators from other countries.
Yeah, well, I filled it all in, redid it all, so they shouldn't be doing that. But since they've changed what they're doing, right, it's gone ridiculous. It's just, I've just gave up with them. I thought, hey, just get on with it. You're going to do what you're going to do. They're making billions.
Yeah.
And that's it. But yeah, apart from, it's like with everything with doing this. A lot of people don't realize the amount of hours that you actually put in. I should imagine for you, okay, you're doing your actions and then you're doing the music. I don't know how your wife puts up with that. You've obviously got a good wife.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I'm retired. I'm not married. I'm single. So I'm my own boss and I can do what I want. It doesn't matter. Have you got any children?
No.
Just think you could start your own band. Get the kids going, kids.
I know. I've thought about that. But I don't know. It's a lot of work to get to that point.
yeah, but oh man, was right. So see, here we go. I'm trying to think of a name now. I'm terrible with names at the best of times. Of a band, shallow something, American band, shallow. What is it? What is it? You silly old git. Hang on, I'm going to find out. I've got to find out. I'm looking.
All right. I wish I could be more helpful, but there's so many bands I haven't heard
Shallow
of.
Side.
Shallow Side?
Yeah, from America. Right. I reacted to them and their video. It's a bit, well, they're all in this like quagmire, mud and stuff everywhere. And I'm thinking that's expensive. To clean all the equipment off. It's filthy. And of course, there's a young lady there covered in mud. And I go, yeah, I know what you're all thinking. You'd like to wash her down. I know, So, but that's me. That's how I comment on things. And they're a good band.
That's awesome.
I mean,
you can get away with that.
What? Right. Okay. What bands would you recommend to me to have a listen to?
Well, most of the cool bands I know I've discovered in the past few months from YouTube recommendations, which are probably all bands you've already heard of.
Probably.
But I mean, before I started doing this, I was kind of in a musical rut because I had started listening to podcasts and I didn't listen to new music for probably 3 or 4 years, which is really just a waste of time thinking back on it now. But that's why I'm so excited about all this new music now, because I was just in such a musical rut for a while there.
Right.
But my favorite band is Muse. And if you like people that push the
Muse,
like,
it's all right. Yeah.
Their older stuff is really cool.
What about, have you got any videos of your band that you was in?
Well, there's some old videos up of that old band, but it was just a cover band. And all the original bands I've been in, we didn't really record much. We just kind of hung out, doodled around with songs, and didn't really go anywhere with it.
So yeah, but you see, like I've reacted to the Copycats. They just a cover band.
Sweet.
Japanese, because I interviewed the guitarist Super Saturn, as she's known. I've interviewed her because she's in Iris Mondo and also in 362. And then they're talking about interviewing them, although it's going to be the same two plus two others in that band. Because she's in all sorts of bands. Oh yeah, and 1 year later she's in them as well.
Wow.
But she does it as a living. That is her living.
Wow.
So obviously to make a living, you got to be in all these different bands that she's in. She's a workaholic. It's like with Vintasy, they make all their own stuff. Do you know something? You haven't noticed this, have you? Why are my eyebrows like that?
I don't know.
I do. I know what. Oh, flipping ear. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, this is because I mess about with things all the time, right? And yeah, where is it? Oh, here we go. Right. Well, you see, I mean, because I mess about with things all the time, they'll
nice.
Darker eyebrows, darker beard.
Wow.
Well, I can change.
How do you do that?
It's all in Zoom.
What?
But I didn't realise that I hadn't turned the eyebrows off like normal.
That's awesome.
Because I was messing about. But that's me. I just thought, hey, not my eyebrows. But it's all in Zoom. You've got all this, you've got all sorts. I mean, I can just
Oh, cool.
do, these are some of my backdrops. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Artwork
I
by
like
Gary.
that. That's awesome. Wow.
I had to do that, didn't I?
That's awesome. And it just keys everything out for you, huh?
Yeah,
All
I
the
mean, these are ones
background?
these are ones that are already. I'll leave that one. These are, but
Sweet.
that's. I mean, actually building the ladder for that was the tricky part to get it right. But it's just me. I can't help it. See, like you when you design your covers, what program do you use for that?
I usually start with FL Studio. It's I don't know if you've used it before, but
Nope.
it's like it's Fruity Loops, and it's just a DAW that's made for. It kind of gears towards creating loops and electronic music, but for a while I was really into mixing electronic music with rock music, so
No, I've done that.
that's awesome. I love that fusion.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, like your thumbnails, what program do you use for that?
I just use Canva. It's just a website.
I know it.
Okay.
So I use Affinity. If you probably noticed that none of mine are flat. They've always got a curve to them around the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's done purposely. Some of the 3D stuff I use, and I put shadows in behind me and the stuff. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And then
Cool.
sometimes you'll see me appear more than once. I'm hanging upside down. I don't know. It's just what I do. It's all fun. It's like, right, okay. Now then, next question, because we sort of digressed a bit here. Effects pedals. What do you use?
Well, I run my guitar into a whammy pedal, which I don't use nearly enough.
Yeah.
Digitech, and then I actually use. I'll show you here. It's like a rip off of a Boss pedal, but it's
Yeah.
Behringer.
Yeah.
That's what I use mostly to drive my orange amp a little further. And then I used this on my onset cover actually, but I ended up using the dry signal instead because this was just too much fuzz. But it sounded good when I was recording, just like out of the speaker.
Yeah.
But other than that, like I don't have a big pedal board. I kind of just use one at a time.
Yeah.
But I like the octave.
Yeah.
Pedal. It's good stuff. And I think besides that, like this Tube Screamer ripoff.
Oh yeah, Tube Screamer. Everyone's got a Tube Screamer.
Yep. And the Underdrive.
Yeah.
This one was from a little boutique pedal factory that's from Duluth, Minnesota, not too far from me, but they're not open anymore. So it's kind of a relic, but
yeah,
that's pretty much it.
Well, you say it's a relic. Mina, when I interviewed her, she got this pedal out, and it's 20 years old.
Wow.
And all the paint's coming off it because I took my cap off and says, look, it's come off my head. My paint's come off my head as well because I'm bald. But yeah, you see what I mean? I mean, because obviously me, I don't have any pedals because I've got Helix. I've got a G5 thing at my feet down here. It's a Zoom thing as well. What else have I got? Oh, I don't know. Something. I've got the other thing, the GR55 or whatever it is, where it turns your guitar. You put an extra pickup in, it becomes a synth.
Oh, is that like a MIDI converter almost?
Hang on. I'll show you what does to the guitar.
Ooh, what's this now?
Special, by the way, which is a piece of poo. Right. So
oh, really? Oh,
right?
okay.
So then you got your umpteen cable plugs in there, your guitar cable in there, and and then you've got that's your volume, and then you got your buttons here for adjusting the different sounds, and the pickup is in here. See,
Oh, okay.
if you can see.
Wow, it just slides right between the bridge
Yeah,
and
it's
the.
stuck down. Yeah, well, it's actually, yeah, it is stuck down. Never buy one of these.
Really?
Right, wrap around bridge. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Well, it's supposed to be flat, isn't it? And when you get it, it's like that.
Weird.
Yeah. But I have to fix that. Blooming
How?
kiss. The hammer. You wedge something onto this end so that it stops it from tipping, and then whack it down. It's this is something Gibson did every so often. They've done it with these. They did it with the SGs and everything else. And I'm not sure, it could have even been about 500 quid, which ain't worth that. It's a lighter, thinner job. But so I thought, right, fell out with you. We'll put the pickup in that and use that one. So I do. You can sound like anything. It's one of these weird things.
Does it run into like just any kind of software then with a MIDI?
No, it just
controller?
goes straight. Hang on. I'm trying to see if I can see where it is. The box of tricks. No, I don't know where it. Oh, no, it's no, that was buried. That was buried, but it's. Oh no, it's not. Hang on, I'm a liar. What's that?
Ooh. Sweet. Roland.
Yeah. That's the lead that goes into the big lead. There's your. It's a bit dusty. Obviously, you got the foot pedal. You got a foot pedal.
Oh,
This
cool.
all lights up, and then you've got your banks and everything else, and you can mess about and do all sorts. So basically, with that, you can be playing two guitars at once.
Nice.
Because you can have more than one. That's me.
And it's an extra.
If you hear me going on about modern sounds and things, that's me.
That's awesome.
I
used to have a pedal that was kind of like that, made by Korg, I think.
Yeah.
But those are fun. Being able to make different sounds, like change every little parameter.
Inspiration, yeah. This is where you get inspiration from. Something that sounds different. This is the way it works for me. You get, I don't want to have a go at acoustic guitars because I'm not a fan of them, but they always sound the same, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
You get electric guitar going through different effects, and one of the effects I've got on my Helix, you won't believe what it sounds like, and I might even just do it just so people can hear it.
Yeah, I'm curious about this Helix because I've never heard of that either.
No, it's too far away. It's a lot heavier. Line 6 Helix.
I'll have to look it up.
Has got, I don't know how many amplifiers in. Some guy demonstrated one, turned away from it, and then the switch from the real amplifier to the Helix. I turned away. You couldn't tell the difference.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how good it is. And I don't know. I've got hundreds of amplifiers in there. Marshalls, Fenders, you name it. They're all in there. And then, of course, there's obviously a tube screamer in there, in the effects, fuzzies and all sorts of things. And you can make your own sounds up.
Cool.
You want to check it out. Flipping out. You're young. Come on, catch up. Get up to date.
Well, I used to have that, and then I was trying to go for a more organic sound for a while because, I'd after having all digital effects when I was younger, I wanted to try out tube amps and stuff. So then I put all my money into that and got rid of all my digital stuff.
Right. Yes, there's always this about the valve amplifiers and the I steer clear of that. To me, if you've got a sound that you like, it doesn't matter what it's going through.
True.
Yeah, it could be going through an empty toilet roll for all I'm concerned. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It doesn't matter. It's what it sounds like at the end of the day. And that's where your inspiration comes from. Because, I mean, like what I do is, like, let's say I've got a silly riff in my head and I'll play it, not plugged in. Then you go and plug the guitar in. Then you end up playing it differently because of the sound. Then you change that effect to something else and you play it differently again.
Yeah.
And then eventually you'll find something you're happy with.
Keeps evolving and evolving.
In my case, no. But but yeah, I mean, okay, what sort of picks do you use as well?
Picks? Well, I like thicker picks. I used to use the Fender. I started with the Fender medium picks, and then I switched to the heavy ones because I like the control you get with them. But
you use the smaller one to this. The thicker one. I'm trying to think what it's called now. I've got some somewhere. I've got hundreds of these things all over the place. But I mean, this is just like a freebie. Yeah. This is that's a freebie, right?
Nice.
Well, yeah.
Is that a Fender?
No, it's just any old bodies. Look, yeah, you get all these.
Oh, nice.
But I know what you're on about. Hang on. I know what you're on about. I shouldn't keep walking off the set. But yeah, I mean, you see, like different picks, you get different. I mean, I tend to I squeal make the string squeal. I tend to do that.
What's that?
I like the sound of it when you play a string and it squeals.
Oh, like a pinched harmonic? Oh, sweet.
Yeah, you know, when you pick, you play the string and it just catches your thumb and it gives you that squeal.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just like doing that. So, but see, they're the ones you're about. These are Dunlops, you know.
Small. Yeah.
Right. I've got hundreds. I've got them all over the place. I've got metal ones. See, there's me. There's Dunlop.
Sweet. Is it
thicker one?
Cool. What? So I'm curious about the metal ones. Do those break your strings pretty easily?
No, I messed about using them on the bass.
Oh, okay.
But then I stopped using them because I looked at my fingers and they'd gone black where the comes off on the metal because they're like some are aluminium.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you silly old devil. But it's just what I do. Metal ones. There we are. It's an aluminium one. Metal. That's why.
Wow. That's cool though. I've never seen those.
Yeah. Oh, I've got here, a brass one.
Wow.
But it just all depends.
That's cool.
Different, you're going to get a different sound off your guitar by using the different. It does make a difference. Okay, which guitarist uses a silver threepenny bit?
I have no idea.
Brian May, Queen.
Really?
Right, the threepenny bit. Right, it was X amount of siding. It's got. I'm going back now. Right, really right back. Anyway, and they were made like brass, but then they made the odd silver one, and that's what he plays his guitar with, the silver threepenny bit. Not unless it's changed since, but that's what he always played with.
Oh, he's got such a unique tone. Like I've always loved the creamy, but like hollow sound almost.
I know, because he plays on a fireplace, doesn't he? That guitar was him and his dad built. They dismantled an old wooden fireplace
Really?
and made the guitar.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how that came about.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and here's a question I did ask. I asked the people who were the first band to have monitors facing them.
Is that the Beatles?
Correct. Who was the first drummer not to hold his stick like that and like that?
It wasn't Ringo, was it?
It was.
Oh wow! I can't believe I'm getting these right.
Because Ringo is the left-handed person playing a right-handed set of drums. That's why he was so unique, and everybody talked about how good he was. That,
Nice.
Underrated.
Yeah. Have you seen Cena's video about Ringo?
No. Oh, well, I might have done, yes, because But I know I watched her do the Elvis one, and she even got the stick, that holding the stick the old way to get the same. Wow. Yeah, there's some amazing.
The Ringo video was really interesting. It made me see Ringo in a completely different way.
Yeah, and then you wonder why all the other drummers rate him, and you're thinking, well, the most. Do you know Charlie Watts?
Charlie Watts? I don't think so.
Rolling Stones.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you an impression of Charlie Watts. Every song. You didn't hear no fancy rolls.
Same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can have a go at me for all I care. But I mean, it's just things you see over the years and stuff and that, But yeah, so okay. So your recording software is, what do you say you got? Because I use Reaper.
Oh yeah, I use Reaper to record all of my instruments, and then I export the stems from that into FL Studio for final mixing.
Right. Yeah, I used to use Reaper. I'll get fed up every time I turn the damn thing on. Update.
Yeah, I know. But it's a nice software for $60 free if you want.
Well, I know that's the only one I actually own. All the others I've been using. Naughty boy. But yeah. So I mean, I do actually own that, and that because I've actually got a Mac. That all my music's done on a Mac.
Wow.
I didn't build that myself.
Yeah, I bet.
Well, this is what happened. I got the Mac. I've got this computer. I've got my other one here, which is supposed to be my games one, but it's my backup. It needed to be when one decided it was going to die. So it's it's always handy to have a backup just in case. So, but yeah. I mean, no, they are superior for music.
Does Reaper work on Mac then?
You're not kidding. Of course it does. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I didn't know.
The problems I had with Reaper setting it up on a PC, whereas with the Mac, it just works. No messing. It just works. This is why people always use. It's not much of an interview. This is it really.
No, that's all right. I'm having fun.
So this is what it's all about to me. It's like what you're doing. You see, I do all my mixing and everything. I do it all on Reaper because I can't sing. So, but auto tune works on Reaper. Great. I tested it out. Actually, what surprised me was I wasn't that far out.
Nice.
And because I can't sing in the same voice all the time, I don't know if you see me doing me different voices.
I haven't.
Oh, what? Well, whether on the growling, I can do it.
Nice.
I've always been able to do that. It's altering the direction of your air,
Cool.
And I do silly things like that. I've always done that. I mean, it's like Yeah, you can talk like that however you want to, really. Yeah, yeah. And it's just what I do. That's the voice when you phone somebody up to tell them they've got to fill all the bath up because the water's being cut off. Oh, hello, Mr. Smith. This is the water board. We're going to, that's. I did it to a friend because when I went round there, he said, "What are you doing?" So I'm filling the bath up. The water's going to be cut off. I went, "Oh, is it really?" I won't say what he said after that.
It's fun.
But that's how I am. I'm a bit of a joker. The face doesn't look that way, but it took years of practice to get it to look like this. But
I love it.
But yeah, you see, so to me, it's like I'm going back to this. YouTube is a community. It's a community. Like you react, I react. You're not a rival.
Yeah.
Nobody's a rival. Nobody's ever seen it as that way, and never will, because there's no rivalry. It's to me, we support each other, and you've been shot. I tell you, you blew me away with that one. Reacting to me, reacting. I couldn't believe it. I thought, what's that? I was stuck for words. I didn't know what to say. Talk about humbled. Talk about feeling humble. Crikeys. That's what it does to you. It's like, I was on Japanese radio. I got mentioned on Japanese radio on a YouTube radio channel. Somebody sent me the link. There's me. Then I was somewhere else and I got mentioned in it. And I thought, what's happening? And it's so humbling that, you end up being in these different places and that, and you're thinking, and then I went on Twitter. Now, I've only recently gone on Twitter, and it's gone berserk, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's a minefield over there.
I'll take it you're on Twitter.
Yeah.
I'll have to follow you around, see what's going off. But that's it. And then you're getting people this will make you laugh. You're on Twitter. People now start following you from some of the bands you've reacted to. Yeah. Then you'll get other bands following you that you haven't reacted to, hoping you're going to react to them. Sorry, guys, you're a boy band. No chance. Yeah, you get that. You see what I mean? It's like with you. And I mean, I noticed how your channel changed when you started doing the reactions, and that all changed. I mean, I've got over 1,000 odd reactions.
Wow. In 1 year.
Yeah, because I was doing, originally I started off doing 6 a day to build it up.
Wow. That's impressive.
I've done 12 in a day before now, but not put them up. It's like, if you like, tomorrow's are already up. Done everything. And I've scheduled them.
Nice.
That's what I do. So 1, 9, 110, 111. Right. And that's what I do. I actually schedule them like that. Also, I've got another one already up there, but I'll go for the day after. And then I'm working on what I'm doing the day after. That's how I work it.
That's awesome.
I get, let's say I did 9, that's 3 days worth. If you like, I get them all up. That's 3 days off.
Yeah.
But it's like,
man,
you see,
that's inspiring.
You edit, you've got to start yours. So you edit every one, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Well, with this, when I put this up, I will put a front end to it and a rear end, if you like, and I just join it all up, balance the sound out and everything, and then that's what I do. I'll premiere it as well for a laugh.
Cool.
Yeah, why not?
I hope I can be there.
Well, this is a question I was going to ask you. What's a good time for you? 8 o'clock at night for me. It's 3 o'clock for you.
Hey, that's perfect.
I can do that.
Awesome.
I can do that. Hey, how long have we been chatting for? Because I normally do this for about 40 minutes.
It's been about an hour.
Right. Okay. Like well, I won't disappear. Let's just end the chat, and then
All right.
I'll just stop recording it. I better press the right button. I'm good at. It's an old age thing, you know. You can't see properly. But anyway, I'm going to sound like cheerio to everybody. If you want to say the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye for now.
Bye. Thanks for having me on.
No
it was
problem.
Fun.
It was great. Well, there you go. If you've managed to survive all the way through there, we talk about all sorts of things, different things of, you know, equipment and stuff, that what we've got and what we do. But that I mean, you know, he's a true musician. I just play at it, let's say, really, compared to what he does. But there you go. There's all sorts of things you see there. Now, great guy. Do support him. Please support him. And what may be coming up, this is no promise, but I'm just going to mention this. I'm just going to drop this one in there. Is I may have a 3-way conversation chat with Wave Anax Japan. So there you go. It's possible. It's a possible. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, because I mean, I do believe it was fun at parts, you know, and that. So anyway, because I mean, don't worry if you suffered. I've had to watch it all the way through a second time, you know, having been there. Then what, you know, so I tortured myself as well. So there you go. Anyway, I'd just like to say thank you everybody for all your time, your comments, and everything else, and all the rest of it. Thank you so much. You're absolutely all awesome. And of course, please stay safe, and this old fella will be back. Bye for now.